Hello, my friends. Betty McKnit here. This is the Tranquil Tides Crochet Along that I am doing in partnership with the Yarny Social. And last time I got my Tranquil Tides Tranquil Tides wrap started, and here it is. I'm using the Yarny Social yarn, and I don't know if there's any more of it left. So if you want that, I hope you got you some already. And let's just get into it. This is a very, very simple project, and so we don't need to talk about it a whole lot. I'm just gonna keep going. This is how far I got last time. Let's see, I did the setup rows, and I did 1, 2, 3 from on my 4th repeat. Let's see who's here. Hello. Hi, Carrie. Let me see, just make sure I got myself going on all the places. There I am. And let's see, am I over here? I am live on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. So you're welcome to find me in any of those places. The view is the same on every different channel. So there we go. Carrie is saying there's still a bit of the yarn left if anyone is interested in getting some of the Yarny Social yarn, and she has the link in the YouTube. So if you want the link, head over to YouTube and grab the link over there. Hello. Hi, everyone. I'm also using this for mine, the Scented Stitches. And after the call the other day, so after the live stream, I have a Zoom call in my community, and on the Zoom call, I started this one. Or did I do this on the Zoom call, or did I do this after? I had a McKnitiverse Zoom call after the Yarny Social Zoom call. I was on live for a really long time. I started this one, and on this one, I'm doing the Yarny Social sock weight or fingering weight yarn, and then I had this, which just so happens to match, and I have this. And what I'm doing with this is, hold on, let me get the this is Havasum yarn. The yarn is from Havasum yarn, so that's this. And then where are the tags for this? This is Jane Austen Emma from Mother of Yarns. It's the Mother of Yarns collection by Uprooted Makes. Uprooted Makes. So they have these Emma inspired yarns. This one is a merino and baby alpaca and silk, 70% superwash merino and 20% baby alpaca and 10 of the silk. Let's see, Carrie, if I can make you a mod over here. There you go. But you can't post links on TikTok. They don't come through. And then this one is 64% kid mohair and 36% silk. And so I started a second one on my Zoom calls, and I'm striping it, and I'm adding this because I only have a tiny bit of it on the single crochet rows. So there's that one. And I'm loving the drape and the look of that. So that's what I'm doing. I'll work on this one a little bit more, and then on tomorrow, on Wednesday's live, I'll show some of the edges. Okay. Hi Debbie, hi Colette. Carrie said I'm starting another one. My hook feels a little sticky. People are saying they're waiting on their yarn. Thanks for the roses. Hi, Kelly. Looks like I'm going into row 5 here. So some of the questions that have been coming up about this project, I've been getting some questions about yardage and different weights of yarns, and I don't really have a formula that will tell you how big your project will be if you have this many yards of yarn, or how many yards you need to make one this size or that size. I have only done the sizes that I listed in the pattern. So I did 3 different sizes with DK weight of yarn. So all I can say is that if your yarn is lighter, like the same yardage of yarn will make a bigger, oh gosh, I don't want to say this wrong. I don't know the answer. I don't know the answer. And I don't have a formula, and I haven't tested this with other weights of yarn. I've made a couple with sock weight yarn, and I've given those sizes in the crochet along for you. So I don't know. I don't know all the different sizes, but I do know that you can keep going with this as long as you want. You can go as long as you want, or you can stop as short as you want. If you ordered from Rachel at Have Some Yarn, you have to contact Rachel, she's saying. Yarn was sold out, but you were adding us to the next up list, wondering time frame. They're checking on it for you. Thank you for the gifts. Like a lot of other 6-day crochet patterns, this pattern is very addictive. I mean, I'm making this one with fingering weight yarn right now, so I can let you know how big that is when it's done. But yeah, I haven't tested all the different weights and sizes, and I like patterns that you can stop when you run out of yarn. So that's how I did this one. Whoops. Colette from Chicago, you selected pickup instead of shipping. They also have merch for the Yarny Social. Michelle says, I'm about to start my second cake of DK2 according to the label. This is really like the perfect pattern to work up that yarn you bought and you were like, oh, this is so pretty, but I have no idea what to do with it. Rachel is dyeing up a storm. I'm doing the Tranquil Tides wrap. This is the worsted weight that I'm using here, and I'm using an eye hook with it, which is a 5.5 millimeter, I believe. And then I'm using this as well. Stitch balm from Scented Stitches. You put it on your finger like that, and you crochet with it. The Hobie Christmas Tea Time Cake in Christmas Tree Green Shades is looking so beautiful. Oh, amazing. Yeah, everybody let me know what yarn you're using for yours. Hi. Hello. I'm on 12 or 13 repeat, lost count. I'm hoping for enough left on cake to do a mermaid border. The mermaid necklace border is my favorite. I'll probably do that on mine because I love it so much. Whoops. The thing with the border too is if you run out, you can always pull out another row and and do your border. Pull out half a repeat and do your border. Juniper Moon Cotton Cumulus here. Oh, I'm trying Sidar Jewel Spun since it's getting colder. Oh, nice. This is the first time I've used a worsted weight to make one, and I don't know why I thought worsted would be too heavy for this scarf, but it's definitely not. Yep, this is the worsted weight one. Yep, it's on YouTube right now. I'm not really doing a tutorial. I'm just crocheting. We're doing a crochet along. This pattern is so easy. You don't really need me to tell you how to do the whole thing. It's like every other 6 day. Oh wait, what am I doing? I'm trying to do a third row of double crochet. Durr. That won't work. Okay. Okay, another thing that people were asking me about is this this side here, and so there are people that are not liking how it's not perfectly straight, but and so I'll say a couple of things. One, if you don't want to do stacked 3 single crochet here and extended double crochet, you could do stacked single 2 singles and a double crochet instead, and that will alleviate that bump that we're getting right there on that row. But the reason I put that in is because this was pulling and it was too tight without those extended double crochet, and it was not only was it curling, but it was puckering. So that's why I did it like that. But if you don't like it, you can try it the other way. Also, you're going to put an edge on it, so it's really going to be fine. And honestly, I think like we're very picky about our own work, and I won't fault anyone for being picky or detail oriented. If you don't want those bumps there and you don't like it, then you can try doing it a different way. But I did that for a reason, and the reason is because that long edge really needs to be loose. And when I first did it without those extended stitches and by only chaining 3, it was too tight. So that's why I did it. I don't just throw things in for the heck of it. When you do the edge, you do a single crochet edge, it will even out. And you can also you can skip stitches and do decreases and stuff also to make it more flat. But I just think it's easier if it's a little too loose, because you can always tighten it back up with your single crochet row. But if it's too tight, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. So that's why I did it like that. And I tend to have really tight tension on my chains and my my turning stitches, and I'm not really sure why that is. So I really need it. Maybe you don't need it. You know, maybe you don't need, maybe your tension is loose and you don't need all that extra. So you could just do 2 stacked single crochet and a double crochet instead of an extended double crochet. I knew when I put this sweatshirt on that I was going to get hot. Yeah, the pattern's already linked over on YouTube. And check the description too, because we put a lot of stuff in the description. So those are the questions that have been coming up in my group and different places about the pattern. Does anyone have any other questions? I'm making the Tranquil Tides wrap, free on my site. You are using my favorite hook. The Furls Odyssey is my favorite hook, but they don't make them anymore, unfortunately. Thank goodness I have a good collection of them. I have a nice collection of them. Another hook that I do like is this one. It's called The Little Black Dress. Where is it? Here we go. This is my 5.5. The reason I don't use this one on lives though is it's kind of hard to crochet at the desk with it, because it just the way I hold it, it knocks against the desk a lot, so I don't use it as much. But it is also an ergonomic hook. It's made by Stellar Handicraft, and it's very nice. I was blessed total by sweet friend that didn't like hers. Yeah, I know, right? Whoops. Yeah, I really like the Odysseys. Break time with Betty, another project to obsess about. I wish I had yarn at work. I have to wait to start this project as I have 3 of the Star Superstar blankets to finish first. Well, you know what? This is a really good portable project. I have one in my, actually I finished that one that was in my, I have a little emergency crochet project bag that I carry with me on trips. And if you have like a little ball of sock yarn or something and a hook, this is a great project to keep in the car or keep in your purse or take to work and hide under the desk. And, you know, for you to work on and little stolen moments waiting in line at the doctor's office or, you know, waiting for your coffee or what have you. Grab and go project like a quick palette cleanser. Absolutely. I don't even know how many I've made yet. I gave the 3 that I made with the Juniper Moon Farm yarn away. So those are all gone. So I did those 3. And now I'm doing this one. And I did a very special one, which I haven't talked about that much. Because I wanted to write about it and like do an article about it. And I haven't really photographed it or anything yet. I just wanted to remind you all that there's just a skip one at the end of row 2. So here's that bump. This is where it bumps, is on row 3. So if you don't want that bump, you could just, I'll just do it one time. It won't hurt anything. You could just do 2 stacked single crochet and then double crochet. Okay, you could even do just the 2 stacked single and the extended double, so you still have that length, and that's really the stacked 3 single that pokes out. I'm going to do it again because I have a little split. So you could just change the end of row 3 to stacked single crochet, 2 of them instead of 3. And then either extended double crochet or double crochet and then in this first space. And then of course row 3, it's 3 double crochet in each space to the end, and then 2 double crochet, 2 extended double crochet in the last stitch of the row. And I'm not counting my clusters or my stitches at this point. Hello, Freehandly Maid. Yep, the Yarny Social is next week. I believe it's sold out. I believe there are no more tickets left. They've hit their max. Do I have that right, Carrie? I was on the website today and it said sold out. So you might be able to still get some of the yarn. They might have a little bit of the yarn left. And I think they have merch. So you could get yourself some merch. They have some nice project bags. And some hoodies and some t-shirts. Yes, congratulations on selling out. That's amazing. In person is tough, man. I've never been to Boise, so I'm excited about it. Would you all like to see me work on the other one? I really want to finish this up so I can do the edge. I have 2 of these. I could actually stop this one anytime. I could stop this one and wear it as a bandana or a dickie, or I could make it into a hat. I could do a headband with it. What do y'all think of that? It's hat sized. I think it would look cute with my hair. It's kind of crooked though, the way I have it on, but there we go. It is cute, right? I feel like this could be a hat. I wanted to make I wanted to save some of my worsted weight for a hat. Okay, I'm going to set that one aside and I'll work on the other one a little bit so I can show y'all what I'm doing. Now for this one, I'm changing colors every 3 rows, and I'm carrying the mohair up the sides, and I'm adding it in only on the single crochet row, and it's just giving it just a little bit of softness, texture. Okay, so I'm just going to pick it up with this one. And then I'm going to carry it with the yarn across for this row, just the single crochet row. And I'm using what is this, a D hook for this. Does anybody know what size D is? Thanks for following. On row 3, it says to double crochet in each space to the end. On row 3, you do 3 double crochet in each space to the end. 3 double crochet. Four and a half millimeter. D. I have to go a lot slower when it's this small. Three millimeter, that sounds about right. Break time over. We'll have to now go find my sock yarn and whip one up when I get home. There you go. Okay, and now I'm going to, well, I'm not going to drop it yet. First, I'm going to turn and I'm going to do the stacked single crochet. 1, 2, 3, and now I'm going to drop it. So you're dropped. And then what row is this? This is row 2. So extended double crochet. And then it'll be ready for me on the next single crochet row in 3 rows. It'll be right there and I'll just pick it back up. Actually, when I get back over here, I'll do the last stitch of the row and I'll hold this stitch along with it. So it's actually held up the side of the work and then across. So that way I don't have to cut it and weave it in every time. But the other one, since I'm switching every 3 rows, I have to cut it every time. So I'll be back again on Wednesday this week, and then I think next week I'm live on Tuesday. Is that right? I don't remember. I'll have to look it up. You can also join the limited access space in the Hey D in the McKnitiverse for the crochet along, and all the resources are linked there. All the live stream replays, the tutorial. We're going to get the tutorial posted this week. My daughter's doing better. So we're going to get the tutorial 10:15 and 10:20. So the 15th is Wednesday. And is the 20th, Monday or Tuesday? Actually, I'm switching colors on this row. The 20th is a Monday, so Wednesday and Monday. Thank you. I would forget my own head if it wasn't attached. We had a big nor'easter here on the Outer Banks. I wasn't even here for most of it. I was in New York. And I was getting all these notifications and emails from from the leasing company, the people I rent my house from, and like talking about, you know, put everything away that you have outside, and there's going to be flooding and all this stuff. And I came home and it was like, I don't know, my chairs had kind of blown around on my porch, and my shoes had one of my shoes had blown off the porch. And that was about it. I didn't really impact me other than those two things. I'm switching to the gold in between rows 2 and 3 and 5 and 6. It's kind of, I don't know, this project isn't boring by any means, but it definitely makes it more interesting now. I have something happens on every row pretty much. I'm either changing colors or I'm picking up that little strand of mohair. But this pattern, this project is meant to be meditative. It's really easy to memorize. It's really enjoyable to work on. It's very peaceful. It's a very peaceful project. Very low drama project. Hey Linda, good to see you. This is a great project to have on hand in the morning when you wake up and you're just doing your coffee, and you could do a couple rows on it and just meditate and relax, drink your coffee. It's a good, I wouldn't call it mindless, but it's a good meditation project. Okay, here we go. You can come back over here now. Oh wait, I don't need that until the very last stitch. I'm trying to economize that yarn because that's all, when that runs out, I'm done. The scarf is complete. There we go. Unless you get more. That's true. Hi, Jackie. I would have to go to Mother of Yarns, go get me some more. Not working on this project, but working on a blanket. Hi, Amy. This was a nice little addition to this scarf, and I wasn't planning on using these yarns in this project, but it just worked out. They just happened to be sitting there next to each other, and I was like, that's often what happens. So you all tell me what yarn you're using for yours and how far along you got. How far did you get, and which of the 3 borders, or maybe you're thinking about doing a different border. Which border are you doing for yours? Hi, thanks for following. Okay, and now, okay, I'm not going to drop it until I do the first stitch of the row. That way it'll be at the top and it'll be ready. So I have to carry it along with the edge stitch. You like the standing edge border? The slanted wedge border. Me too. That one's so easy. Okay, go over there now. I mean, the visual effect of the mohair is not that pronounced, but you can really feel it. You can definitely feel it. It just gives it a little haze. It's just a little extra softness. If I had more, I would carry it along throughout, but I don't have more. I think I'm going to use a 3 different merino for my next one. It gives it that little extra soft. Yeah, it's like, gives it that little extra slippery kind of warmth. I'm making the Tranquil Tides wrap. So I have no idea how big this will be. I'm going to just keep going until I run out of one of these yarns. My whip sitting next to me is your 7-pointed star blanket for Camp Boggy Creek, already at 33 inches. Nice. I have a pile of star blankets stacked up on a chair in my living room. I have so many whips that I started last month, it's not even funny. It's a little stressful, actually, thinking about which ones am I going to try and finish up here. I really got to get a couple things done this week. It's getting ridiculous. I didn't get much crochet done last week because I was traveling. But I did crochet with some kids that are part of my life, and they like to crochet when they see me, so I crocheted with them a little bit, but I was mostly helping them crochet and not doing any of my own crochet. I got very little done. And of course I had my laptop with me and I got like no work done. None. So I don't tie knots when I change my yarn. I just pull the new color through the last two loops of the last stitch that I'm doing with the old color. And then what do I do? And then I leave it there until I'm all done with my project. And then these ends, these pieces on the end, I'll send this one, gold one this way, and this blue one this way, and I'll just work over them when I do my edge for like 1 or 2 stitches. And then, I did too many. This is row 6. And then I'll, once my edge is complete, then I'll weave them in. Hi, Lexi. This is why it's good to have more than one project going, because I feel like I want to switch back to the other one. And this yarn is so tiny, it's really hard work. I just want to fly through some worsted weight stitches. You know how that feels. I don't feel like I can crochet as fast with this yarn. I love how it's working up though. Okay, and last, I should figure this out so that yarn thread does not get left in the front of the work like that. Like, I just pull it through. I think this is what I did last time, and then I added it in. Okay. Woo, all right, that's a little too much concentration for me. I'm gonna set that aside for a little bit and work on the other one. This is why it's good to have more than one thing going at a time. If your hands, you know, it's better for your hands to work on different things, different weights of yarn. And then this just doesn't have as much. This doesn't have any changing up. It's just same yarn, same, you know, worsted weight, no color changing, no switching, and I can just go. You still have plenty of time to make your thing before you get to the event. And I mean, I'm sure we'll have plenty of time to work on it when we're there too. Colette, are you going to the event? I ordered some yarn kits and some little goodie things, something for the goodie bag. Just spent a ton at Wisconsin has a Fiber Fest? Wait a minute. Hold on. Say what? Where's the Wisconsin Fiber Fest? How did I miss that? I'm always looking for an excuse to go to Milwaukee. I go there all the time. Next year, though, hop on the plane. Yes, it is very quick. It's faster than I expected it to be. I can get a flight to Chicago from where I live. It's only a 2-hour flight from here to Chicago, and then the flight to Boise from here is also not, or from Chicago, not very long. I'm in North Carolina. Trying to go too fast now. It's not easier to fly into Milwaukee because they take you to Chicago and then you lay over in Chicago for like 2 hours and then you fly to Milwaukee. I could just drive to Milwaukee in less time. There's no direct flights there. They all go through Chicago. Yeah, but it's so fast to get to Chicago, and I'm gonna get a car anyways, you know. I go there to see my kid, and so he can't be driving me around all the time. I need my freedom. I stay in a hotel and I drive around and drive back and forth to his stuff. I don't like stay with him and go everywhere with him. I can't be doing that. I need my freedom. Sometimes I drive there. Sometimes I drive there when they have the industry conference there, the H&H Americas. I'll drive there. I'll spend like 3 days driving there, and then I'll stay at the conference for a few days, and then I'll go to Milwaukee and I'll stay there for a few days, and then I'll drive back. It takes me like 3 days to drive back. One, two, three. I think this is going to be my last row, and then I'm going to go over to my membership community, and I'm going to Zoom over there for about an hour. And if you want to join me over there, you will need to be an attendee of the Yarny Social, or you are a member of my membership community, the Betty McKnitiverse, and you can definitely join there. And it's bettymcknitiverse.com. You can just join it over there and become a member and hop on our Zoom call with us. That's going to be starting in just a couple minutes as soon as I can get all this closed out, and then I'll head over there. So thanks for hanging out. I'll see y'all in the McKnitiverse, or I'll see you Wednesday and Monday.